A huge revelation has been made at Liverpool, and this one is worrying. The club have revealed they have close to zero chance of completing a certain deal before the end of the window, and this could seriously impact the Red season. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool could be facing a major problem in the final weeks of the transfer window, with the club reportedly having close to zero chance of signing a replacement midfielder if Curtis Jones leaves this summer. Jones has been heavily linked with a move to Inter Milan since January, and after 3 bids have already been rejected, there is now a growing feeling that his departure could become a reality before the September 1st deadline. And the situation has become even more intriguing because Jones has not featured in either of Liverpool's final pre-season friendlies. Andoni Iraola initially described the midfielder as having a hip injury, while it is understood that Jones was training individually on Sunday. Reports have also claimed that the Scouser is doing everything he can to secure a move away from Anfield. But if Liverpool do sanction his departure, it appears they may have absolutely no intention of replacing him. Journalist David Lynch, speaking on Anfield Index, revealed that the chances of Liverpool bringing in another midfielder this summer are close to zero, even if Jones completes his move to Italy. He explained that Liverpool could potentially act if an unexpected opportunity suddenly appears, but the current expectation is that Jones would simply be replaced by Trey Nyoni within the squad. And that is where the situation becomes particularly interesting. Jones made 49 appearances for Liverpool last season, starting 28 of those matches. Nyoni, meanwhile, made just 14 appearances and started only twice. So, handing the teenager Jones's minutes would represent a huge increase in responsibility. That said, Liverpool clearly have faith in Nyoni. The youngster has impressed throughout pre-season and has shown that he may be ready for a much bigger role under Iraola. There is also an argument that signing another midfielder could actually block Nyoni's pathway into the first team. But from Liverpool's perspective, there is still a major risk here. If Jones leaves, Iraola could be left with Dominik Szoboszlai, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis Mac Allister, Wataru Endo and Trey Nyoni as his central midfield options. And with Iraola's intense style of football likely to place significant physical demands on his squad, injuries could quickly turn that depth into a serious problem. Even more concerning is the fact that both Mac Allister and Endo have also been linked with potential moves away, so Liverpool could potentially lose Jones without bringing in a replacement, while simultaneously seeing further uncertainty surrounding other midfield options. For now, a new midfielder has not been completely ruled out, but according to Lynch, it would take something completely unexpected to change Liverpool's current stance. And that leaves Liverpool with a huge decision to make. Do they trust Trey Nyoni to step into Curtis Jones's role, or could they be taking an enormous gamble by allowing one of the midfielders to leave without bringing anyone in? So, with the transfer deadline now getting closer, Liverpool's stance could soon be put to the ultimate test. If Curtis Jones does complete his move to Inter Milan, it appears the club could be prepared to go into the season without signing a direct replacement, putting a huge amount of faith in Trey Nyoni and the rest of Iraola's midfield options. Whether that proves to be a smart decision or a costly gamble remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. Liverpool could be taking a significant risk by allowing Jones to leave without bringing another midfielder through the door. And with a deadline fast approaching, this is certainly a situation worth keeping a very close eye on. In other news, Liverpool may have just taken a huge step towards another major PSG deal. According to reports from RMC Sports Fabrics Hawkins, Liverpool have reached an agreement with Ibrahim Mbaye over personal terms on a 5-year contract. The young PSG winger has reportedly made his decision and wants to join the Reds, turning down interest from Bayer Leverkusen in the process. And while that does not mean the transfer is officially done yet, this is a significant development. The biggest obstacle now is PSG. The French giants still have to agree a fee with Liverpool, with Mbaye currently being valued at around £50 million. But crucially, the player himself has apparently made his choice. And that could give Liverpool a major advantage in the negotiations. What makes this even more interesting is that Mbaye isn't the only PSG winger Liverpool are trying to sign. The Reds have also been pushing for Bradley Barcola, with reports suggesting the two players have both indicated their desire to move to Anfield. Liverpool are therefore attempting something that would be absolutely extraordinary, a potential double swoop for two PSG wingers. But there is still a lot of work to do. Liverpool and PSG have yet to reach an agreement over the valuation of the two players. Barcola's reported price tag remains enormous, with PSG believed to value him at more than £145 million, while Mbaye could cost around £50 million. However, there are reasons to believe PSG could eventually become more willing to negotiate. Neither Mbaye nor Barcola featured in PSG's defeat to Lens in the Trophée des Champions, and Luis Enrique's comments before that match were particularly interesting. The PSG boss made it clear that he wants players who genuinely want to be at the club, suggesting that if a player no longer has the desire to represent PSG, then finding another solution could be the best outcome for everyone. And PSG have seemingly already started preparing for life without their one-to-way wingers. They've brought in Magnus Akliouche, Mika Götze and Ferran Torres, strengthening their attacking options and potentially giving them the freedom to allow Mbaye and Barcola to leave. So whilst Liverpool haven't completed the transfer just yet, the situation is certainly moving. Mbaye has reportedly agreed a 5-year deal. He has chosen Liverpool. He doesn't want to pursue Bayer Leverkusen. Now, the Reds have to convince PSG. And if Liverpool can get the French champions to lower their demands for Barcola, while simultaneously agreeing a deal for Mbaye, we could be looking at one of the most fascinating transfer operations of the entire summer. The personal terms are reportedly agreed. The player wants Liverpool. Now comes the part that could decide whether this becomes a transfer reality: the negotiations between Liverpool and PSG. So Liverpool have reportedly got the 5-year agreement with Mbaye, but PSG still hold the key.